Let's start this video with a treasure hunt. So, is this bowl trash or treasure? The answer is not as easy as you might think, so we'll come back to this later. Sentiment and memories often play a big role in helping us to decide what to keep and what we might consider special, or what becomes a treasured item to us. But sentiment may also hinder our ability to let go and trigger unwanted emotions. When value is placed on a keepsake or memory, we attach many layers of emotion along with it. Assigning value to an item is very personal, and sometimes we lose perspective and feel like we've got to keep it all. Remember, nothing has meaning until you say it does. That doesn't mean you have to keep the same viewpoint forever. You are allowed to change your mind and reassess the value something holds to you at any time. You must also accept that other people may not see this item in the same way you do, and try not to take offense or feel hurt by that. Obligation and guilt can also hamper our efforts. The perfect example of this is the decorative gifts or family heirlooms we received years ago that we never truly appreciated, but kept it and possibly displayed it even though it never really suited our tastes. Treasures and mementos should be something that we feel good about. It should always feel special, inspire us, remind us of good things, and in my opinion, the often perceived monetary value should be secondary when making decisions as to whether to keep something or not. Treasures should not make us feel overwhelmed and paralyzed with the inability to make a good decision for ourselves. We should not be held hostage or feel that we are not honoring the memory or accomplishment if we simply let that item go. If the item truly means something to you, you should be able to display it or keep it in a place of honor, or store it away with care. Otherwise, you risk further alienating your relationship with the items you keep. Don't let the stuff take control of your life. Being honest with yourself is hard, and sometimes it's easier just to say, yes, I need to keep that, than really taking the time to assess if it is actually an asset to your life, and in doing so, it could also become a burden, actually weighing you down. Now, back to the bowl. Is it trash or is it treasure? Well, a little bit of a backstory. This bowl belonged to a client's grandmother, and they grew up baking tea biscuits, cookies, and blowing bubbles and threw a straw into this with their brother. And when Grandma passed, the family gathered to divide up the estate. When no one else objected or wanted the bowl, the client took it to their own home. Let me be clear. It has no monetary value, other than sentimental and memories. Some might even say it's junk. Based on its condition, they might be right. But that client is me, and I value my granny's baking bowl as a treasure. I use it regularly, and it reminds me of wonderful times more than any of the other items that my grandparents had thoughtfully and lovingly selected for each grandchild to have when they passed. I have a place to store it safely in my kitchen, and I feel a great sense of contentment when I get to use it to make tea biscuits for each family gathering. In my opinion, making tea biscuits just wouldn't be the same without this bowl. The main moral I want you to get out of all of this is to remember that what means something to you might not mean the same to someone else, and that's okay. You don't have to keep everything, and everything can't mean something if you hope to get your own treasures under control. Last thoughts. If this bowl of Granny's were to disappear or be lost, I would be sad, but it would not diminish my memories or the time spent with her. This bowl is not my granny. I personally am giving you permission to make the choice that suits you best and helps you to move towards your own contentment with your own treasures.